Hey y'all, my name is Taylor. Welcome to my channel. So in this video, I'm sharing with you the books that I hope to get to in December. All of these books are Christmas books. I just love everything Christmas, the month of December. That includes my reading. So all of these books are Christmas. I don't have any other genres or anything other than that on, on here. But I did want to start off with talking about the studies or activities that I'm doing for Advent. If you've never heard of Advent, it is the intentional preparation of your heart for Jesus's birth, the celebration of his birth, which is Christmas. And so this is very important to me because it is actually a part of my salvation story. If you've never heard it before, I will try to remember to link it in the description box in case you're curious how that came to pass. I love Advent for that reason, but more importantly, the whole concept of celebrating Christmas for longer than just the day, the joyful preparation, the intentional time in the Word, just that special time of the year. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to celebrating that time with my family. So we have a 2.5-year-old, and she's 2, right? So she can only focus for so long, but she does love being read to. She is a reader girl already. She needs to be read before bedtime. So I'm hoping to incorporate this book that I found on Amazon. It was on sale, and I just love the illustrations. It is the Advent Storybook, 25 Bible Stories Showing Why Jesus Came by Laura Ritchie. Now, this is not designed for 2-year-olds, but the illustrations are very pretty, and I think we could probably simplify this text because this is a lot for a 2-year-old. But yeah, I think that we'll see how she does. She surprises me sometimes. But it's not just stories in the New Testament. It's stories throughout the Bible, again, showing why Jesus came. And so we have been reading the Bible to her from an illustrated children's Bible, and her attention comes and goes. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I think it's really important to start them off young, really helping them learn who is Jesus, who is God. And then as well, we did start this last year with her. She was 18 months old, and she really, really enjoyed this. So I'm bringing it back again because I also have an infant too, and he probably won't, he will not partake yet, but I plan on doing this probably until both of them are like 5 or 6 maybe. We'll see how long it lasts, but yeah, so for a few more years at least. But the Nativity Advent Calendar. So this one is kind of like a knockoff Fisher-Price, like Little People's thing, but I think it's really good quality for the price. There were several other ones that were way more expensive, and yeah, so the top fell. Something always falls in my videos. But yeah, so you open it up and it has, like an advent calendar, more secular, like, we've seen advent calendars where you open something up every day. But this one I thought was really special because we don't have a nativity set. I really want one day. I'm going to invest in a really good one to have throughout our family's life together. And so I haven't found one that I really like yet that is something I'm able to invest in just yet, but this is the next best thing because this is child friendly and it will not break. But she loved picking out, stuff. Sometimes I would forget, she went to bed too early, stuff like that. So sometimes we would do multiple days in a row. It's fine. It's whatever. But she would say, calendar. So we would do it. And so I'll show you one thing that's in here. So this is the barn, the stable. That's the word, the stable. There's a little star that goes in there, and it has all these different animals and things. So I highly recommend if you have young kids, like toddler age, to get this nativity calendar. I think it's well worth the investment. It's something fun that your kids can look forward to, but it is also Jesus centered. So it's a win-win. Another thing that I hope to incorporate during our family time, probably during dinner or shortly after, something. I'll have to figure out the timeline. But I am doing something new this year. I'm doing an advent calendar, and I think that will be really fun for my toddler as well. But this is new. I just hauled it in a vlog. This is from the Daily Grace Co. And so each week of Advent, you light a new candle on Sunday. So there's 3 purple candles and a pink candle. And so there's joy, peace, love, and hope. So the different weeks have corresponding things. But I have ordered some Advent reusable battery operated candles through Black Friday, so they should be coming soon, so that we can practice Advent that way. For my personal study, I did also get this from the Daily Grace Co. So this is the church calendar focusing on Christ through liturgical living, and there is a section on Advent. So I'm going to be reading that section because I think that would help me understand it better, because I still am relatively new at doing Advent. And then as far as my Advent study, I'm going to be doing, this is also from the Daily Grace Co., Awakening Wonder, Experiencing the Nearness of Jesus. So this one I think is a 4-week study. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4-week study. So yeah, there's just, I'll try to flip to a good page so you can see what all it looks like. But I'm excited to see how their Advent studies are. I have done other studies through them and really been impressed with the quality and have found them to be really, really good. I have not done an Advent study by them before, so I'm really excited to check them out. So my goal is to really focus on the Advent things first. So then if I have an additional time on top of that, which I don't have a ton of with being a mom to young children, but I do have some fictional books that I hope to get to as well. And I am prioritizing the ones on my shelves first, and then I have a couple that are on KU or that I have gotten on Kindle. So the first one being Clara's Soldier by Brittany Fichter. This is a tiny little novella that is obviously a retelling of the Nutcracker. I am so excited about this one. This one's probably the one that I'm going to pick up first. Just to be honest with you, I have had this one for a while and I just never got to it. Like, what? I also pre-ordered this last year. I think it was last year. And I never got to it. So it is on the list again this year, and that is Christmas at Sugar Plum Manor by Rosanna M. White. I adore this cover. I think it is everything Christmas. I love this cover. And because I pre-ordered it, I got a promotional bookmark, so that's really cool. I forgot that was in there. But yeah, this is also a Nutcracker inspired story. I don't really know much else, and I don't feel like reading the back because I think I can just go into this blind. That's all I need to know. Nutcracker, boom, I'm there. Also, I have this collection of stories, A Prairie Christmas by Tracy Peterson, Tracy Bateman, Deborah Rainey, and a lot of different people that are in smaller print at the bottom. But yes, this one is, I think it's 9 historical Christmas romances from America's Great Plains. So I think I found this in the thrift store. It was Christmas, it was Christian, so I got it. And I'm not usually like a short story type person, but I owned it. I'm going to see if I'm going to get to it, and if I don't like it, I'll unhaul it. So that's my mission these days, is to read what's on my shelves, and if I don't like it or if I don't read it, I need to get it off of my shelves. And the last book that I own, this one is another version. I have a couple of different versions of this, and this was a sweet gift last year from my friend Lauren, and I am really excited to get to this because it is absolutely gorgeous, and I love this story, reading it every year. and that is A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, and it's an engaging visual journey. Isn't it stunning? It's just so pretty. I love it. So I am excited to read it in this format. I mean, like, look how pretty. I do have a Hind's Feet in High Places in this version of edition, and they're just stunning books. They need to create more. Speaking of A Christmas Carol, the first book I have on my ebook list is Once Upon a Christmas Past by Lori Langdon. So the tagline is, have you ever wondered what happened to the Cratchit family after A Christmas Carol? So I'm sold already, but what drew me in was this cover. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love blue, and I love that dress. This one is a novella that is attached to a book that I have already read and absolutely loved. I've mentioned it several times on my channel, and that is, the book is The Lady and the Lionheart by Joanne Bischoff, and this is the novella that happens after it. So you do have to read, it is very important that you read the book first before you get to the novella. So Christmas at the Circus by Joanne Bischoff. Yeah, I'm excited to get back to a story, one of my favorite books of all time. This is connected to it, so I'm just excited to revisit that world. The last book that I am prioritizing this year, there are some other books that I am interested in reading, but they're not as high up on the list, so I may end up reading more than what's on this list, a short list. But also, I think we all know that December is a pretty busy time, and us personally, we are going down from Indiana to my husband's family in South Carolina, so there's going to be some traveling. So we'll see if that helps or hinders my reading, because I have to try and keep the children occupied, and I also get really bad motion sickness, so we'll see how it goes with reading. But anyways, Christmas Games and Candy Canes by C.P. Cabanis. This is a work by Courtney Reeds. She's on Instagram, and she's also on BookTube, and I have read another of her books, and I really enjoyed it, because y'all know contemporary romance is not typically my thing, but I think she writes really well, and I just adore this cover. I love this cover. Just something about it is just so stinking cute and Christmassy, and I just want to read it. She also did an Instagram reel talking about like other features of the book where she has like recipes in it too. So I really want to help support her and try to get to this book, and maybe try out some of the recipes. So we'll see. But yeah, so let me know if you have read or are planning to read any of these books. I'd love to hear y'all's plans. And yeah, Merry Christmas, y'all. We're in the last month of the year. Who'd have thunk it? But anyways, hope you'll have a great day. Bye, y'all.